Okay, so far we've used two different typical display methods. We have the 1602 LCD here. Can't remember what I had running here. I think this is my thermometer. Oh yeah, with the alarm. I'm going to unplug the alarm right now so it doesn't keep beeping at me. But we have the little 1602 LCD display. We also learned how to get text to come out of the serial monitor. It feeds it back through the USB cable. And it'll send out data to the serial monitor, which is probably the most convenient way to get data or to know what's going on because it doesn't require any extra wiring. Well, today we're going to work on this little guy up here. It's called an oLed display. It's getting fairly popular in large screen TVs, although this one is much smaller than that and doesn't have the resolution of that. The cool thing about an oLed display is it only requires two data pins. There's a positive pin, negative pin for power, and it's got an SCL and an SDA pin, which hook into two very specific terminals to your Arduino. And that's what you're going to see in the documentation. Whenever you see that SCL or SDA, which you'll also see on, there's a couple other sensors in here that has it, the clock has an SCL, SDA pins, and they'll always hook into the same pins on your Arduino. If you want to hook up both devices at the same time, you just wire them together. These have a specific address that you will have to enter into your code so it'll know how to read it and communicate with that device. So what I pulled up for you is a simple little tutorial dealing with dealing with this oLed display. I took most of this pretty straightforward from an online tutorial, and you'll find different ones out there if you look. But lesson 2.7? Nope, sorry, 2.8, oLed display. It comes from a site called Instructables, which is if you make something, you can put it on there and show everybody how you made it. It's kind of like a show and tell website. It's pretty common and has a good tutorial on there. If you want to access the tutorial through here, I posted the videos and everything on here. It might be easier and more straightforward to click this link for the Instructables and it will pop up that website. And this is going to talk you through the tutorial step by step. It's got 7 steps. And you'll need to install the library for it, and they'll give you all the instructions. So step 1, watch the video. There's a thought. You got all this stuff here, your Nano and the board. You're only going to need 4 wires to utilize this for the display. Here's if you want to buy the stuff. But just show you the wiring and talk you through some of the basics of it and the code. There is 2 different sets of library, 2 different sets of code. One to get the address for this, and the rest should be built in. You may need to download a library. Go to Manage Libraries, remember that? Manage Libraries, you can either add it in or you can download the libraries here. If you want to download it and install it the long way. And that will get you hopefully able to print a message on that little oLed display. All the code, everything's here, so what I want you guys to do is to kind of work through this tutorial and see if you get what you should be getting. You can also download the file here. It'll pop up the download page. You may want to change that name to something that makes more sense. This is your first oLed sketch. And that will get you through this tutorial. So that's what I'm going to have you guys work on today. It's going to be a short, weird week. I'll give you more details as we go along on these lessons. And I'll let you work on this. It's only 4 wires to hook it up, and the tutorial is on the Instructable site. Watch the video first, and then try and hook it up. See if you can get this display working, see if you can change some text. I will get the challenges up here shortly. I just remembered about it, but I don't have them there yet. So I'll work on this and I'll get your challenges posted. And that's what we'll be working on tomorrow is the challenges. So with that, I'll let you guys go. And I'll try and update and put the challenges on for you. course, they're going to be changing text. You're going to be getting it to display on something else, probably the serial monitor, and maybe one other thing. So I'll let you go with that. If you need help, holler at, talk to me. Let me know what's going on, or if you need help with the one from last week, let me know.